Fellow tennis nerds, hope all is well. I know you like blacked out rackets, and I have two rackets here. These are prototype rackets from Dunlop. It's the upcoming release for January 2025 of the SX series, the spin rackets. So I have one 300 Tour 98 square inch version, and I have one 300, which is 300 grams, 60, 19 and 100 square inch version. So I've been playtesting these rackets a bit together with Nikki and Henrik in this video. Nikki and I talk about the rackets as well, and we strung them up with Dunlop Explosive Spin at 53 pounds. That's 24 kilos. I did 51 pounds. In the crosses, also Andrei from Tennis Kitchen.
My name is Andrei. Surname is Kornushkov. I am a tennis blogger from Ukraine. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you guys.
He hit with me and tried the 98 square inch version, the 300 Tour, the other day, and really enjoyed it. So this will be an interesting release. There will be loads and loads and loads of racket releases coming up 2025. I've talked about them on my Patreon and for YouTube members, so please consider joining if that sounds interesting. There's a lot more personal content, a lot more focused on rackets maybe than on the general channel. So for you racket nerds, I think it makes sense to become a member. But overall, they look and play really nicely. A lot lower trajectory than I imagined. I thought it would be very spinny. Being a guy who plays a lot with the Aero 98 these days, you expect like a massive launch angle. These rackets definitely play a lot more controlled than that, and I felt like you could really go for the lines. And you can see Nikki hit, for example, in this video, and he hits quite flat, and he felt like he had excellent control. Usually this is not a racket that would appeal to him, but I think he really played well with this one and enjoyed it. So that's a sign of something. Sweet spots perhaps not huge, but you do feel it, you do have control. Did not feel like an overly dampened response, which is nice. There's too much dampening in too many frames, in my opinion, on the market. So that was a good thing. And overall, a really pleasant experience so far. Obviously, this is not the finished cosmetic. They will have new cosmetic, explain about the technology and so on. I know nothing really. I was only sent these two black frames for testing. But I have enjoyed them, and I will keep playing with them until we get the finished cosmetics from Dunlop. So the whole idea behind the series is spin and control, really, because I would say the control was really the outstanding feature of these rackets. I was surprised by the amount of control. I think Nikki was as well. What were your first impressions hitting with these two rackets?
So I started with the Tour version, which was 305 and a 98 square inch head, and from the off I really liked it. From the back of the court, felt nice. I generally hit pretty flat and sort of not too high over the net, and actually suited the way I played. It's like I haven't hit for quite a few days, and it was pretty easy straight away. I felt comfortable with it. I could hit the ball well, felt nice. No vibrations, no sort of harshness in it. So all in all, first impressions were great. Yep.
No, I agree. I think the Tour version suited also me better, I think. But for you, it seemed like you could hit pretty well with both rackets. You get a bit more help, of course, with a 100 square inch racket over a 98. 98 is more for advanced players, but the launch angle was surprisingly controlled and low. So you might have to adjust to that if you're coming from another spin line, because this is a more controlled than like an arrow from Bubble Up.
Because the sort of the gaps in the string bed are pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't, like I was really expecting sort of spin racket to really sort of shoot up, but it was quite difficult to sort of judge the height of the ball. That you kind of had to impact it perfectly, so you couldn't really adjust. If you're catching it a little bit too sort of close to the racket face, you were in trouble. So that was only when we started to really play that I started to kind of have a little bit of trouble with it, sort of hitting angles, deciding sort of how high over the net to hit the ball. It was a little bit inconsistent in that sense.
Yeah, you need some time. I think it's one of those you have to adjust, like coming from other spin rackets, as I said, like Babula, Head Extreme, the Pure Arrow. these rackets are gonna be a bit more low in launch, a bit more control.
Yep.
So you cannot really maybe just rely on the ball just going like this, which some people struggle with. So for flat hitters like you or me, you know, this could be a better option if you still want a little bit of lift, because you get some, but it's quite low. Still.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, the biggest sort of positive from it was the comfort, I would say,
Yeah.
because the string is not particularly soft either.
No, this is a firm string at a semi-high tension, you know.
Spin. But all in all, comfort was great. It was only, yeah, like I said, especially sort of on the kick serve, hitting angles, it was really difficult to control the height of the ball off the string bed. That was the only sort of qualm I had with it. Otherwise, I generally pretty liked it. I hit nice.
Yeah.
Feeling was good. I could control. I could kind of, because of the sort of low trajectory of the ball, I could kind of aim deep for the baseline, and it was kind of just falling in.
Yeah.
Which, again, under pressure in a match, maybe wouldn't be quite the feeling I would look for.
No.
But in terms of hitting with it, felt really nice. So, but yeah, I definitely think that people would need a little bit of time to adjust to the racket. But all in all, what would sort of be an equivalent, like the Aero 98?
The Aero 98 for the Tour and the Aero 100 for this one, or Extreme MP.
Yeah.
Wilson, they don't have like a really, like, I think the shift is a spin line, but it's 99 and a little bit different. So
a little bit different, yeah.
That's a bit tricky.
But it felt much better than it feels in the hand.
Yeah.
To be honest, because
I could agree with that actually.
The throat vibe when you play with a one-handed backhand doesn't feel like
just feel natural, but on any, I think, aerodynamic.
Yeah,
I think
exactly. The aero as well feels kind of weird in the hand and stuff, but
the racket wants to go more like this.
Exactly, but the contact on the ball, impact on the ball was great. Like I said, very comfortable on the arm, which was a nice surprise because I've been testing some rackets lately, and there's a lot of them that are like
give some vibrations.
Yeah, give some vibrations, and no, all in all.
And this is a firm string, as I said.
Exactly, yeah, it was good.
So we don't know the cosmetic and anything really else. We got these blacked out rackets to test. Henrik tested them with us. He's over there, so he's not allowed to be in the video. But he seemed to like them okay as well, and he's an Aero 98 user. Nicky Eason 98. So yeah, they definitely could suit a more control-oriented spin guy or girl who likes spin.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the 100 is not like your classic spin frame.
No.
It's I would say like an indoor player's spin frame.
Yes, this is
Something
good.
something like that.
Someone who wants a bit more of a lower launch.
Exactly.
So we'll see. We'll do a full review when we get the finished cosmetic with the finished specs. We don't know the tech, what they've added and stuff, but overall a pretty positive first impression. And always nice to try a blacked out frame. But sadly, for some of you liking this, it won't come out like this. It will probably have some kind of yellow.
But it does look great.
It does look really good. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to Dunlop for sending us the rackets, and we look forward to testing the retail model.
For sure. Have a nice day now.
And don't forget to
play some tennis.